I am so excited because we have an amazing guest with us today, one that I know so many of you are going to be excited about because a couple months ago, I did a poll on my Instagram asking who you'd like to hear the most. And overwhelmingly, the answer was Giada de Laurentiis, my friend. Everybody wanted to hear what you have to say, Giada. And I'm so excited. I feel like you need no intro. You're like Madonna. You can just say Giada and everybody knows who you're talking about. And you've got a new book, Super Italian, that I can't wait to talk about. But first, I have to ask you about this pasta that I saw on your Instagram the other day because I always want everything that you're making. And it was the pasta from Bari that is like the kind of like crunchy pasta.
Oh, the assassina.
Yes. Tell me about that.
That's so funny. So the assassina is sort of it's like a variation on pizza spaghetti, which the Neapolitans make, which I think it's the leftover pasta that we take leftover pasta, add egg and parm, and fry it in a skillet and cut it like pizza into little wedges, right?
I didn't know
and dip
that's
in
how
sauce.
It was made, that it was fried.
It's not deep fried, but it's pan fried.
Yeah.
And so it's crunchy on the outside and kind of silky and softer on the inside, right? So that's a classic Neapolitan dish. In Puglia, it's assassina. So you take the pasta, but differently. It's not leftovers. This time you cook it in basically slowly like you cook risotto. So you slowly add the liquid to it. It slowly absorbs it. And then after it's done absorbing, you start to crunch the bottom. Kind of like a Persian rice even. So it's like every culture has their own version of this, whether it's rice or pasta or noodle. They all have it.
Could be like paella.
It could be paella. It's about the crunch on the bottom.
Oh, we love
with
the crunch.
Silkiness. But the reason that I think people are so fascinated, not only is because of the way it's cooked, because you cannot usually see people cooking pasta with such little amounts of liquid in a skillet, but also I think because the flavor profile is so intense because it slowly releases the starches the way risotto does. So it becomes velvety and creamy in a way just from the cooking technique.
So do you have to really monitor it?
You do. You cannot walk away from that. Much like risotto, if you walk away, you will have a burnt dinner. Having said that, it's supposed to be slightly burnt on the bottom. And for me, the crunchy part of pasta has always been my favorite my entire childhood. My mom used to make bechamel for us. And the top of the bechamel, all the little mezzi rigatoni, I would peel off on my birthday only. I was allowed to do that. And then the rest of my family had everything else.
All those good little bites.
But to me, it's only the top.
It makes me think of your sheet pan lasagna, which went viral.
Same bits.
That must be why everybody loves that one, because you get the texture.
Yes, and it's not as deep. So there's not as much of the mushy stuff. It's crunchier.
And it takes a lot less time to make when you do that.
Yeah, you're not layering stuff and having everything in a bowl and pre-cooking.
I love lasagna, but it takes forever. That's like an event.
It takes forever. This is like a shortcut sheet pan lasagna, and it's just
it looks great. I got to make that.
It's fun, and I think Iris would really like it.
She could even make it with you
too.
Yeah, lasagna, I haven't been able to get her to eat. That's one that for some reason she won't try. But I feel like if it was in a sheet pan, maybe she
might
could
try it without. I put the spinach and ricotta on top. Because Jade doesn't like that. So she literally pulls it off and just eats the pasta and the crunchy bits. So maybe Iris would like it if you did half for you and Ryan with the spinach and ricotta mix on the top, little dollops. And her side has none. And then she might like it.
She's always been a tomato sauce fan. Like, she loves the tomato sauce. And we just got into the buttered pasta territory. I don't know why. It's like usually
it's the reverse.
Yeah, but one of her friends, she was at his house and had the buttered pasta. And now she's like so into buttered pasta.
Well, that's great. I mean, I couldn't get Jade to eat tomato sauce when she was little. She didn't, I think it was too acidic for her. Usually little kids don't like the acidity of the tomato. Butter pasta, on the other hand, I mean, can't go wrong.
I mean, it's hard to go wrong.
So it took a while for her to kind of switch.
Did she like Parmesan when she was little?
Yes.
Yeah, Iris
just
loves
not
Parmesan.
Tomato sauce. So you're lucky that Iris likes tomato sauce, because a lot of kids don't.
I remember being at your house years ago when Jade was really little, and you had in the refrigerator all of her food in the different containers. And you had this beautiful lamb, broccoli, rice. And I was like, I know that you're making a really good dinner tonight, but I kind of want Jade's. It looks so good.
I mean, prepping meals was all I did. When Jade was Iris's age, that's all I prepped meals, and I just would pull. Because during the week, I didn't have time to make all these elaborate meals. So I would just pull, and I could tell, my nanny or anybody that was with Jade, Just pull a little pasta, put it in a fry pan, put a little bit of lamb, put protein, vegetables, and carbohydrate, throw it all in a pan, heat it up for her. She'll eat it all.
She was good to go.
She was good to go.
So what's mealtime like now at your house, now that she's older?
Well, now she's 16. So, Katie.
I can't believe she's 16.
She's 16. And so mealtime is like, oh, that's what we're having? Okay. And that's how we usually start. And then sometimes she's like, oh, wow, this is a lot better than I thought it would be. And sometimes she's like, she barely eats it. She's like, I'm just not hungry. And I try to just bite my tongue and move on and just be like, okay, no problem.
Were you the type when she was younger that it was like, okay, this is what's for dinner. If you eat it, you don't? Or were you making special for her? Like, what was your strategy?
No, I was not a shorthand cook. I just did not want to be a short order cook. So no, it was basically what we had for dinner. And if she liked it, great. If she didn't, then she'll eat a huge breakfast the next day.
That's where I'm at right now. I'm like, this is what we're having. And sometimes she doesn't eat and she does have a huge breakfast.
Yeah. And I was not I did not want her to like, some parents are like, well, you could have the crackers and you could have something else. No, but I didn't grow up that way either. So I think I just kind of followed my mom's lead and you ate what was for dinner. And if you didn't like it.
Did you love food when you were a kid?
I did.
Were you a good eater?
I've always loved food.
Yeah, I'm same. Like, I can't imagine, like, when I see her not want to eat something, I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, I loved food, so it was different. But my sister, on the other hand,
no.
No. And my parents would sometimes just leave her at the table. They would make her eat it, and they would just turn off the lights and leave her there. So I grew up with that part, too. So
is she an eater now?
Yes, but she's still finicky. She still only wants to eat. It's like, I don't know if it's a control thing or what it is, but my sister still to this day is finicky. She only wants to eat what she wants to eat.
Does Jade love Italian food?
Yeah. But Jade's she has her good days and then she has her days where she eats junk.
What's it like sharing your culture and your history with her as she gets older?
When she was a little younger, she wasn't interested. I tried for years to teach Jade to speak Italian and I got all sorts of lessons for her. Nothing. She just was like, no. And nowadays, she's desperate to learn.
Oh, interesting.
Interestingly.
Yeah.
And, she cooks for her friends, but she won't cook for me. Unless it's like my birthday or Mother's Day, then she's like begrudgingly does it. But from her friends, I've heard her say, oh, yeah, Jade made us the most delicious pasta last night. I'm like, oh,
so it's wearing off on her.
The girl does know how to do it. She likes to impress her boyfriend and her friends parents or her boyfriend's friends' parents. It's so hilarious. But for me,
So do you think she's got the cooking gene?
No. I think she will know how to make some dishes for herself. I don't think she doesn't care about cooking. She loves food and she loves exotic food. She loves Thai food. She loves Vietnamese food. She loves Japanese food, Chinese
I saw you all
food.
just went to Japan.
We did. It was fabulous.
Was that a great trip?
Oh. And Jade was in heaven. So she loves to explore different types of food. I think my food is just like, okay.
because she's 16 and your
Correct.
mom. You're
exactly.
not, you can't do anything
and they want to
cool,
be independent.
Right?
They want to be independent of you. And
when
she's tired of living in my
21,
shadow.
She's going to think that you're the greatest cook on the planet. And she'll be telling all of her friends in college.
Maybe.
Like,
I don't know, Katie.
My mom this, my mom that.
I think because you work too, for a while, you'll be, the apple. Iris will just adore you. And then a time will come where she'll be like, you know what? I don't want to be like you. I want to be me.
Exactly.
And I want to be known for me. And so I think that's the transition. And it's been there. I've been doing that for a couple of years now. It was hard at first. Now I'm like, I get it.
She'll circle
She's
back.
ready to go fly.
Yeah.
And I can't, hold her down. So I'm like, okay.
That's our job as moms. Get the little bird ready to fly out of the nest.
But it's sad when they leave.
I know, so sad.
Katie, it's heartbreaking.
I'm like sad thinking about Jade being 16 because I feel like it was a flash.
1 year left and then she's gone. And not that she's gone, but I think I never paid that close attention. I thought all my friends that were older that had kids that left, I'm like, get over it. It's going to be fine. Like, now you have your freedom. But I realized it's going to be a real hole in my life.
Yeah.
And and it feels like a whole new life has to come out of this. And I don't know, like, where do I put that love? Like, that I've been giving her all this time. Like, what do I do now? It's really emotional.
Well, it's interesting to hear you say that because you think like, before, it's hard to remember what life's like before you had your baby. And then you have this time with them. You get the 18 years. And then what's it supposed to be after?
And that's where I think,
Yeah.
That's where I think it gets hard.
Yeah. There's probably like anxious feelings
Oh,
as
for
well.
sure. Sadness, anxiety, immense happiness that you were able to get this child to this age.
Right. And you've done such a great job. You're a great mom.
Yeah. So, I mean, all of that, but then you're like, oh, this is why I should have had another kid, and I would have had this wouldn't have been so hard. I could have, kicked the can down the road a bit. But yeah, no, I'm starting to realize it's coming as we look at colleges, and as she talks about like living on her own, and I'm just like, it's so sad.
Yeah.
But wonderful, but sad. And I'm sure your mom could probably tell you. My mom had 4 kids, so I think by the time she got to the last one, she was like, oh, thank God it's over. But your mom only had one. So.
Only, yeah. I remember her dropping me off at college and watching her walk away and her shoulders shaking as she was crying. Yeah, I already feel anxious. Iris is 4.5.
You got a long road ahead of you, lady.
I'm already like, we've got to look at kindergarten.
Just enjoy every moment because it goes so fast, especially with girls. They grow up faster than boys.
Yeah. Iris is already embarrassed when I sing or dance. I'm not allowed to do either. She's like, stop singing, Mom.
That's the thing about girls. Boys, if you had a boy, he'd still be clinging to your pants. Girls are like, they fly very quickly.
All right. So switching gears, I want to talk about Super Italian.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because I love the concept of this book, Italy's Healthiest Foods. And I watch everything that you're cooking, and I want to eat all of it. And you know that I wish I was Italian. I love
I think you're an honorary, Katie. You and Bobby Flay. I think you're both equally honorary Italians.
I took my 23andMe and I was like, please let it say I'm Italian. I'm not. No Italian at all. Not even like 1%. Nothing. I was like, please, please, please. Because I love Italian culture. I love the food, obviously. And just like, there's just that like zest for life. And when I hear you say super Italian and think of superfoods and just the way that the food is healthy and delicious. And so tell me about what inspired this book.
Well, I think that I've always said, and I think for you as well, books are sort of a snapshot in your life of where you are in that life. They're sort of a chapter out of the story that you're telling about your own life, right? So this book started about 5 years ago after COVID. I had done at COVID, I released Eat Better, Feel Better, which was a lot stricter of a type of eating plan. And during COVID, clearly I let all of that slip. And I think that I started to realize during that time of reflection that, first of all, what did I want to spend my time doing? And one of the things was going back to Italy a lot more and really spending time building Jade, which meant spending more time with all of the producers of the products that I wanted to bring in, whether they were family producers or artists or whatever. And so in spending more time with all these people and really talking to them, I realized that it's really about the type of ingredients and how we produce them and how we treat the land. As we all know in this country, our farming techniques are really outdated. And we need to change them in order for us to be healthy again. And I realized that part of the reason that Italians love food and love the flavor profiles is because of the type of ingredients. So things that are what we know as superfoods, the type of olive oil that we eat, the type of olives that we eat, the anchovies that we add to so many of our dishes that add so much flavor. All of these little techniques and all of these little ingredients really go a long way in our food. And what I stopped paying attention to in my 20 years of being on this roller coaster is how the condiments that my mother used to make really added so much flavor to all the regular dishes that we ate. And so this book is really about understanding the ingredients. What are the superfoods that Italians rely on for flavor bombs? And how do you stock your pantry? And what are the condiments that you can make to make weekly food and weekly dinners so much more craveable?
What are those condiments?
So I have a lot of different condiments, but I have a seasoning salt that I make that I add to everything that I season.
I've had that from Giada. I love it.
Yes, but I also have a recipe for it in the book. So if you don't want to buy it on Jade, you can make it yourself fresh.
Nice.
And then, which takes 2 minutes and it makes a big amount. And I just season everything with it, right? So that, and then there's a garlicky anchovy breadcrumb recipe. And it makes, again, 3 cups. And I just hold on to it in a sealable container and I just sprinkle it. So I have a skinny sheep pan chicken parm that I make, that I basically bread the chicken with this particular breadcrumb mixture that I've already prepared. So it makes making it super easy. It has anchovies in it.
I love
it has garlic in
anchovies.
it.
And people get so squeamish about them,
They
and they
do.
shouldn't.
They do, but I think what they need to realize is that kind of tinned fish is just the minerals that we get from it, all the omegas, you can't get from a pill. I think we've relied heavily, especially here, on supplements to give us all of our daily vitamins and minerals that we need. But actually, a lot of this stuff comes from food. And we've just sort of eliminated it from our diets.
Right. You think, I can just pop a pill.
Right. I think that's the mentality that we've sort of fallen into because it's technically easier. But one of the reasons that Italy is the most popular country to visit in the world and people love their food and people come back all the time and say to me, I ate all the pasta and the pizza and guess what? I feel fine. I don't feel heavy or bloated.
Or they say, I didn't gain weight.
Right. But it's because the types of ingredients they use to make that food is different than what we do here. And you have to expand your horizon in order to understand that and feel better.
I also think that when I'm there, it's like my pace changes as well. And you sit and you enjoy a meal. You're not just cramming it down and being in a rush to go somewhere else. It's like taking that time with your food as well and enjoying the person you're with, and kind of, it's a different lifestyle.
Yeah. And so that's why one of the superfoods is La Dolce Vita. That is one of the superfoods on the list for that exact reason. Because I think we forget. We forget that.
Can you explain
spend
what
time
La
with.
Dolce Vita is?
Yeah, it's the good life. It's basically, who are you spending time with? Who are you sitting down and talking to? Who are you sharing meals with? And what happens during that time? Like, we have to set some kind of boundaries for ourselves. We do it really well when we're on vacation, right? We put our phones away. We sit down to a meal. We plan our meals. Where are we going tonight? We're excited about what we're going to eat, what we're going to see, where we're going to sit, and with whom, right? We don't do that in our regular lives. We only do that on vacation. Man, we spend a lot of our time not on vacation. So that must be a really fun time, right? And our bodies, they reap the rewards of what we're giving them. And I think what Italians do well is we set a time aside for a long lunch, a nap, and a dinner. And we don't focus as much on capitalism and work as much as Americans do. Now, I'm not saying we have to do all of that, but I'm saying we should adopt some of those things into our daily life.
Little.
So if dinner's all you can do, and if you can't cook for some reason, you can certainly put it on platters and set the table. Right? And you can certainly tell your family, we're going to sit down for however much time you have, right? Set the phones away, no TV at the same time, and sit there and try to have some kind of conversation, catch up with your lives, get to know where your family is on a daily basis, laugh, make memories around that. And if, I say to people all the time, why don't you go around your family and let everybody choose a meal for one night?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Maybe that will make them connect them to what you're eating because they chose it that night. I think parents make a lot of the decisions for their kids, but I think if they let their kids choose as well, and I think cookbooks do a great job these days of having lots of photos so kids can imagine what the dish would look like, right? Like you were looking through the book and you're like, oh, Ryan's going to love this. You would only know that from a photo.
That's true.
But we do that. I mean, you and I both spend a lot of time and effort picking photos so they can inspire people. And I think that's where you have to think outside the box a little bit. Little tiny tweaks that make you smile more and look forward to being with your family. That's La Dolce Vita.
Speaking of the photos, I saw you post the other day about your photo shoot for this book and Shane giving all those leftover reviews.
Well, because
Shane
and Jade are my biggest critics, right? And so every day he would ask me, what are you bringing home? And I'm like, well, it's going to probably be a hodgepodge because we make recipes, we have them, we triple them. Like it's going to be a mix of things. And he's like, bring them home. I'd love to review them. And then I thought, oh, I'm going to stick my phone on you and see what you review.
Yeah, if you're going to say
are you going to love it all? No, of course not. Because that's what he is. And I thought, so what? Let people see that. There's things that he loves and things that, he's like, maybe that's not for me. Because he's not a lover of a lot of vegetables. So anything that includes a lot of vegetables, which he wants to pass on. But I think it's real and fun. And, I feel like people want to know, like, even for Ryan, like when you're doing something, who's getting all these leftovers?
Oh, yeah.
Are these guys eating it or not? And what do they think of the food?
Yeah, when he criticizes it, I'm like, really? I get a little pissed at first. And then I'll think about it and be like, you know what? He's actually right.
It might help us tweak things, right? I feel like feedback is the best way.
Totally.
To perfect something that you're putting out into the world.
Yeah, you need it.
Yeah. So I feel like it's...
What's his favorite recipe in here?
Well, I would say that his favorite recipe is the chicken piccata meatballs. Ooh. He has made those 3 times. He feels very empowered. Oh, very. He's like, this guy makes some great meatballs. He picks and chooses. I think also the sheep pan lasagna he loves because it's a lasagna that he can actually make, which he's not otherwise going to make.
I'm definitely making that this weekend. Yeah. Now talking about it. I should have eaten before this interview because I'm now starving.
Well, hopefully the pictures also like... they inspire to do that. But yeah, so I think he's also learned how to make a proper sauce from this book. So I think little things, a lot of these recipes are things you already know. Everybody knows chicken parm. It's just a little bit of a tweak on how you traditionally make it. A lot lighter, with a lot more flavor and a lot more nutrient dense, since you're also adding these breadcrumbs that are loaded with anchovy. I love
the idea of putting anchovy in breadcrumbs.
Yeah, and lemon, things that brighten it. I spice them up. I bet some
that'd be so good on fish.
Yeah, and then you toast them. So I even just sprinkle it on a salad when I need a little.
Because sometimes salads get breadcrumbs on a salad,
but they're seasoned, so they're not.
Yeah,
and you make them from scratch, so you know what's in them. Even with my seasoning salts, like yes, I do sell them in Jade, and they're delicious. But just in case you want to make it for yourself or make it as a gift for someone else.
Be a great gift.
Yeah. People love that kind of stuff.
I think it's interesting how you said that you feel like your books are like a snapshot of your life. How do you think your cooking has evolved since you started out?
Oh, gosh. I think Jade has a lot to do with my evolution of my cooking, which I'm sure Iris has it for you as well. It really changes us as parents, especially when you're a working mom. You got to think differently. You really do. And I think for me, less ingredients. I'm really a stickler for minimal amounts of ingredients. I do not like when a recipe has a teaspoon of something that I'm never going to use again.
Same.
And it just sits in my drawer and I'm like, okay, now I have to do the work to figure out what else I'm going to use this on. No. So I've really become a stickler on that and really shortening the instructions. Just the basics. And also, I'm the one that does the dishes. So I really want to minimize the amount of dishes. So I think about in advance, how many things does somebody need to make this recipe? Because in the end, they might make it once, but they'll never make it again.
I feel like when I watch you cook now, like that I can see that you're really cooking for yourself. Like it seems like you're so into everything that you're making and you bring such joy to it that it really makes people want to eat it, makes people want to actually cook it.
I think that as we get older, we start to realize, so I'm not here to please everybody else and what they want to eat, but really, what do I want to eat? And I think it took me a while. Even in the job that I do, I think I was there I felt like I was pleasing my audience more than I was pleasing myself. And over the years, I've evolved and thought and realized, I want to make what I want to eat.
I love it.
Not necessarily what everybody else wants to eat, but what I want to eat.
But, it's like kind of like as you get older, like I feel that way more and more now. Like, this is who I am and this is what I'm doing.
Well, we come to accept. We come to accept ourselves. And that's why I say it's a snapshot because they're different.
There's such like a lightness about you. Like you just seem like so happy. Like you're glowing all the time. I mean, I know we're not supposed to like talk about how people look, but like you get more and more beautiful every time I open my phone. And it's like these superfoods is super Italian. I want to just eat all of it.
I really think that as we get older, if we just, we start to accept ourselves, us ladies especially, in a way that we can't when we're younger. I mean, I wish that people could or women could at a younger age, but I think that's the beauty of getting older. Yes, there are definitely pitfalls to getting older. I'm not saying it's all green grasses, but there are also highlights. There are.
I agree with
there
that.
are highlights
completely.
too.
Is there an Italian word for that? Like of enjoying the getting older?
I don't know. That's a really good question.
Because you got La Dolce Vita. What's the one that's the, is it Dolce Far Niente?
Oh, yes.
The art of doing nothing.
Correct.
Loving doing nothing.
And that's pretty much.
I love doing nothing.
When do you do nothing? But that's part of it is that as we get older, because you're about at least 10 years
43.
younger. Yeah. You're 10 years younger. Exactly.
Yeah.
So as we get older, we start to realize, it's okay to do nothing on a weekend or whatever it might be. But I think it takes time to accept that you're doing nothing. And that is something Italians do very well.
Italians just do everything better.
Italians, the French, they do it very well in a way that Americans, we can't. But we're going to get there because we're going to run out of juice, honestly.
I'm running out of juice.
Exactly.
I just want to simplify my life.
We're just spinning.
Yeah.
Well, we all do. I think we've all kind of turned a corner as a society, which is really awesome to see. Truly. Yeah.
What do you think the key is to like being able to harness that within yourself and to let go of all the distractions?
Well, I do a lot of different modalities to help me kind of chill. I definitely have to get enough exercise. And when I say exercise, it's just steps. So I actually count the steps that I do every day.
So do you go out and do like a power walk?
Yes, I have to hit 8,000. I like to hit 10, but 8 is minimum, regardless of what my day is like. Like yesterday, I had to get up at 4 a.m. because I had to do press for my book on East Coast time, and I had to do hair and makeup. So I was really tired.
Makeup is what always adds to it.
I am almost at the point, not there yet, almost at the point to follow Pamela Anderson.
I know,
and just say,
be like,
the hell with it.
Yes.
Because quite frankly, I feel like the guys get ready in 20 minutes and us ladies, it's like.
I 100% agree. I get so annoyed. Like I go into the show early and the guys just breeze in and get a powder and there they are.
Yes.
It's
so
like,
maybe that's what we can work on.
Yeah.
Is that no makeup, which is hard for us ladies.
Or just like, even if it's a touch of makeup, but
that maybe takes
do, like,
30 minutes instead of an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So I was super tired and I'm like debating. I only got 3,500 steps because honestly, in the kitchen, I don't get that many steps. It's like,
but you're on your feet. It is
I'm
physical.
on my feet. Yes.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure I hit a certain amount of steps. It really helps hormonally. It helps me sleep better. I love hot baths with magnesium salt and baking soda to soften my skin and a little bit of lavender essential oil because that's like a decompression time. And then it makes me sleep really well with the magnesium salts. Yoga, I have to do it at least 3 times a week.
You're so dedicated to yoga.
I love yoga because of the stretching. I also lift weights in yoga, which is really good. Also,
like
just
a yoga sculpt type of class?
Yes, because as we get older, this is lovely, our bone density goes.
That's right.
And then one fall in the kitchen, one slip, and you're out of commission for a while. So the stronger you can make your body, and I know I don't look like I'm super strong, but actually,
I think
got
you're
some
pretty
muscle
damn
on me.
strong. Yeah.
So that
you're
is
solid.
something.
Like,
yes.
you're little, but you
little.
you are so muscular and solid.
Yeah. So I think that's really important for us too. So those things really help me get there. And acupuncture, body work, all those things.
All those good things living in California.
Yes.
All the
yes.
extras that are so
that
smart that you do that for years.
Yes.
Yeah. And everybody else is catching on now.
Yeah. So that is part of the California lifestyle. That is very true. Yeah. It's not quite as popular on the East Coast, but
we're getting there.
Yeah. Little by little.
Yeah. I like trying all the different things. There's something like living in New York. It's like, you go do something relaxing and then you walk out the door and the horns are honking and the trash on the sidewalk. And it's like, okay, that relaxation just went out the door.
You probably have it when you go to Long Island, though.
Yes.
That's when you have a little more
my Hamptons
decompression.
time is like I would just live out there. I'd happily just live out in the country.
I mean,
who knows?
It's something to consider.
It could happen.
It's something to consider.
Oh gosh. Now, I love on Giada how you also have all the travel because everybody dreams of traveling to Italy. We've been so fortunate to get to go so many times. What do you think, like, if somebody is going for the first time, where should they go for the first time?
Well, everybody goes to Rome. Everybody.
All roads lead to Rome.
All roads lead to Rome. It is the #1 destination. And Florence. I think those are the two most popular spots for Americans to go to. I mean, we met up in Ischia.
We had the best time.
And I mean, I'd never been to Ischia before that. Had you?
No, that was our first time.
I loved Ischia, especially because
when
everybody
you say
talks
it
about
versus when I say it.
It's a
Ischia.
Ischia.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
we
say
the same.
Ischia.
Well, what I love, people always ask me about Capri. Always. And I'm always like, don't bother going to Capri. There's just too many people on that little teeny island.
Yeah.
You won't see anything.
Yeah.
It'll be overpriced. Like it's not.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, but maybe an off season.
Yeah.
When you're.
Do you go now and you're like, oh, I remember what this was like when I was a kid and it was so much better. Like, does that feel frustrating at all?
I try not to go at peak season in the summer. And if I'm going to go, I'm going to go in the fall, early fall or early spring. That's when it's not as busy. Otherwise, yeah, it's not the Capri of when I was a child.
Yeah.
It's totally changed. Having said that, just another 20 minutes over, 15 minutes over is Ischia, which is 10 times the size of Capri, and a wellness island where you can really do some amazing things for your body, detoxifications, all sorts of things naturally. It is beautiful. It is wild. And I just feel like people don't sort of look outside that little narrow viewpoint of southern Italy.
I loved Ischia. I thought that was just incredible.
Amazing. And I always say to people, we got to find other pockets to talk about that isn't the traditional. And I think the Dolomites now are also incredibly popular. And people have been asking about the Dolomites like left and right.
Any other undiscovered gems, you think, in Italy?
I think, well, the north of Italy, like north on the borders, has great skiing, has great hiking, close to the Dolomites, but even separate from that, similar to like going to Lake Arrowhead or something, but heightened. I think that we should start to like look at all those border towns. Like the top of Liguria is beautiful also, all olive groves. It's stunning. I think that down south, I mean, still to this day, the Sicilian Islands are my favorites. All the Aeolian Islands, they're all volcanic islands.
I've been to Sicily, but not the Aeolian.
No, because people don't usually go there, but you can rent boats and it's not that expensive. And that's the way I've always gone to visit them. But they are fantastic. They are just spectacular.
That's
and
very
probably the
high on
best.
my list.
Yeah, and that's probably the best food I've ever had.
Really?
Yes, the Aeolian Islands.
Wow. What is the food?
I think it's because of the freshness of the food, even the fish. I mean, it's because all these islands are constantly, the volcanoes are constantly erupting. The land is so fertile. So everything that they grow is unlike other places, even in Italy, because a lot of those other areas are dormant for many, many eons of years. So because these are constantly going, they're little mini volcanoes. There's so many minerals in the land, in the earth, that makes the tomatoes taste better. It makes even the mussels and all that kind of stuff is better. Everything is more flavorful because it all seeps into the ocean. And I think that's probably why. But they're really spectacular and they're not overrun with people.
What about, I've always been interested in Calabria. Have you been there?
I've not been there, but my family has. Calabria is great, but you really need to know somebody. It's still really the wild.
It's hard to find.
Wild West.
Like when I try to look online, like to find hotels or anything.
I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend that if someone takes you there that knows the area, that makes sense. It's still pretty wild. They're trying to clean it up.
Slowly but
surely.
surely.
The way they did with Puglia.
Okay.
Because Puglia 10 years ago,
yeah,
that was another one.
I went there probably like 10 or 12 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And they was just in the beginning of the
starting.
transition phase. So the country has, the government has to pour money into it. They clean it up a little. They polish up a few things. And Puglia now is a gem and easy for Americans to travel to.
I saw they're starting a direct flight from New York this summer.
Correct. So you see what I mean?
Yeah. So now I'm sure it'll be totally overrun. It's like whenever Instagram discovers it.
4 years ago was really the time to go.
I was so
Now,
glad
not so much.
we went to Sicily before White Lotus. Like, thank goodness we went there. And then I had a feeling planning that Ischia trip because that Mezzatori hotels got so popular last summer. I said, this is probably going to be the last summer to go
I would
here.
say that you probably have another couple of summers,
Mhm.
but in like 3 years from now, Ischia will be.
Yeah. Get it while you can.
So go early. Go early.
You heard it
if
here.
you can. Go early. As soon as you hear about it, you should be going because, as they open up to as they have flights, like it'll be easier. But a lot of people still go to Sicily, and then they call me and be like, that was a little bit more rustic than I had anticipated in my mind, or that I saw on TikTok or whatever. I'm like, yeah, Sicily's rugged. It's still rugged. Calabria's like 5 times more rugged.
Yeah.
So I think you have to be prepared for where you're going. The
Yeah, just
South
a little
tends to be a
different.
little bit more rugged. The North tends to be, a little bit more sophisticated.
I want to ask you a little speed round of questions, some food questions. The first thing I always ask everybody, what's your breakfast?
Chicken broth.
Chicken broth.
First thing, chicken
Okay.
broth. 1 cup of chicken broth
Uh-huh.
with a scoop of collagen powder.
Oh, do you make the chicken broth or you buy it?
Yep.
Okay.
I buy it or I make it. The only one that I buy though is the Brodo one by Mark. He's the chef in New York who used to have a little stand
Yeah,
in
it
East Village.
was in our neighborhood.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They closed, unfortunately.
Yeah,
It's
but
an
now
ice
he-
cream shop now.
But now he delivers and does
Oh,
all sorts of
okay.
shipping. Yeah.
Okay.
So I do that in the morning first thing
With the collagen.
with the collagen. That's the
Okay.
first thing. I do not have coffee. Water,
Really?
yes, but
Uh-huh.
not. So that's the first thing I do. And then I'll have either some buckwheat cereal with a little olive oil and salt and maybe some almonds. Or,
Do you put milk on it?
Nope.
Just the
Water.
cereal.
No,
With-
think of it like cream of wheat, but made with
okay.
water.
I understand.
And then
Okay.
drizzle
Mm-hmm.
extra virgin olive oil over the top, a little salt and some almonds. Or I have a piece of toast with avocado and flax seeds and salt. And that is my breakfast, then a coffee after that. I
How do
used
you
to do
do
the
your
reverse, the
coffee?
coffee first. It destroyed my stomach after like 30
Yeah.
years of that. My doctor was like, no, honey, you cannot have that first. You can have it, but you got to eat something first. So I've like totally switched up what I do these days.
I think
from what I
that's
used
smart.
to do.
I mean, I like to have my coffee first thing. Like, I have to make myself eat in the morning,
I have to make
But-
myself eat too.
but I do feel like the older I get, like I shouldn't be having that coffee first thing.
Nope. It
The
ruined me.
chicken broth is interesting. Yeah.
Because the chicken broth is healing for the gut and it's
Mhm.
protein. And I have to have,
Yeah, you get
at
that.
53, I have to have a lot of
I
protein,
think
Katie.
It's like we're all trying to get more protein now. You keep hearing as women like, oh, have 30 grams every meal.
Because it stabilizes blood sugar, which I've had a problem with in the last 5 years. It stabilizes cholesterol and it stabilizes hormones. Because hormones, perimenopause, menopause, I'm right on
Oh,
that
yeah.
cusp. You don't do that,
Yep.
this is what happens. Caffeine, first thing on an empty stomach, for me personally, at this age, I cannot do it anymore. It just, that glow you talk about, it's gone, baby, when I do that. So yeah, I do, and I travel with it too.
I'm doing whatever you're doing.
Actually,
then.
yeah, well, I
think
travel
might
with
make
it
a
too.
switch.
So that's first thing in the morning. Okay, next.
So like when you go on tour, you
yes,
travel
I
with
bring it with me.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. All right. First food memory.
Oh, making pizza with my grandfather.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
very sweet.
Yeah, he's from Naples, so that
Mhm.
was in probably 5-ish years old.
Mhm.
He'd make the dough, he'd give it to me and my siblings, and we would roll it out, and then you have a bunch of toppings. We would taste the toppings, make our own pizza, and then he'd fire it for us, cook it, and then we'd eat our own pizzas. And that to me, there's nothing more fun than that.
Are you pizza or pasta?
I say I eat more pasta than I eat pizza.
What do you take on your pizza?
I like fresh tomato, fresh mozzarella, and basil.
So
That's it.
margarita.
Yeah, I am not
All the toppings.
I know. That would
Do
be
you have-
Jade.
Do you have a favorite pizza place in LA?
Which one did we just do? I think it's one from New York. It's on Sunset Boulevard. Because of the fires, I was staying at Bobby Flay's house in West Hollywood. And so I tried all sorts of things that I don't get on the West Side and made the most of it. But now I don't remember what it's called. Do you remember? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Prince Pizza.
Prince Pizza. Prince Street Pizza.
Sorry, Prince Street Pizza.
We have
which
that in New York.
I know you do, but we don't have it. And so it opened, but there were the longest lines a while back, and I was like, I'm not standing in that line. So when I was at his place, I got delivery because they don't deliver to the West Side. I was like, we loved it. We loved it.
What's the first thing you'll eat when you get home from book tour?
That is a really good question. I think that I would eat my salmon panzanella salad. That has become my favorite.
That sounds good. Yum. I always feel like whenever I'm traveling, I want something healthy when I get home.
Hell yeah. Or you don't eat for 12 hours because you feel so jet lagged.
What's your number one California food?
Number one California. Oh, avocado toast.
Oh. What's your favorite gelato flavor?
Cafe.
And what's your next trip to Italy?
The Dolomites.
Oh. Very good.
Yeah. I've not spent a lot of time up there. I've spent time in Torino and places like that, but I haven't. It has been like maybe 30 years since I've been to the Dolomites, and a friend of mine loves to hike. So I'm going to give it a try with her.
Are you a hiker?
No. I'm not. Quite frankly, no, I don't like to hike. Like most people in California love to hike. I do not like to hike, but I'm going to give it a shot.
Well, that is one way to start in the Dolomites in Italy.
I'm going to try. She said that it's like very luxurious. She's like, there's little stops here, and if you don't want to go any further. So she sold it to me like it's going to be really easy peasy.
I feel Katie. Like if luxury is involved with hiking, maybe I could get on board.
Yeah, it's like camping but glamping,
and
kind of thing.
You get to have like a great meal at the end of it and feel like, hey, you got all your 8,000, 10,000 steps in.
Katie, you are exactly right. That is exactly what I've been thinking.
Well, I am so happy that I got to talk to you today. This was so much fun. I just love you. I adore you.
I love you too.
And I'm so excited for this new book. I can't wait to cook out of it and to start having my chicken broth in the morning.
I know. I knew that I was going to throw you. I knew I was going to throw you. But hell, a woman's got to get her 30 grams of protein starting in the morning.
And got to scoop that
it
collagen
can totally
in there too.
Be exhausting.
I'm going to be doing yoga, everything. So that
Listen,
I can
you got to
have
do what you got to do.
The Dolce Vita. I got to get it.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much.